Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in and checking out my motorcycle page. So what I want to talk to you today about is helmets. How important they are, what to look for, how to use them, and then we'll get into a few more little idiosyncrasies in terms of features and benefits. So it's important for all motorcycle riders to be properly attired all the time when riding, wearing a full riding gear, helmet, jacket, gloves, boots, etc. But the thing that's most important to protect your most valuable asset is your head. So we really have to put a little bit extra thought and consideration into a helmet. So I always like to say that regardless of what the law says in terms of whether you have to wear a helmet or not, you should always plan to ride your motorcycle wearing a helmet regardless if you're in a helmetless state or wherever you are. It's just really good practice and makes the most sense. So helmets come in a variety of styles. There is a beanie style helmet that sort of just covers the top part of your head. There's a helmet that's called a 3/4 or an open face, and it basically comes down and around the back of your neck, leaves your entire facial area exposed. Now some of those will come with a shield to protect you from the environment as well. And then finally there's a full face helmet. So clearly a full face helmet, just by the name as it implies, it's going to cover the majority of your face and head. It's going to give you the most amount of protection. Not just protection from falling off or something coming up and hitting you, but it also gives you more protection from the elements, the environment. So it's really great that way. So a lot of the helmets come with a variety of different features and benefits. Now I'm just going to show you quickly a fairly basic helmet. This is obviously a full face helmet. This one does have a shield that comes down in front, and by full face you can see that there's a section right around the front that would cover the whole jaw and your mouth area. So one of the fallacies or misconceptions about full face helmets is that you can't see, that it restricts your sight. That is not true. You have 180-degree peripheral vision, which means you could put your hands out to the side on either side and your peripheral vision should be able to see that. Behind that, you will not be able to see with your peripheral vision. Helmets are cut away back behind your eyes, so you'll be able to see equally well. Different features and benefits of a helmet. Some of them come with different venting to allow a little bit more airflow. They have different fabrics that they're made of, or different composites that they're made of. It makes them a little bit lighter. And in some of them they have a removable liner. The removable liner, the benefit there of course is that you can take it out and get it washed nicely. So this particular helmet has a little bit of venting, etc., etc. So the next style of full face helmet I want to show you, it's called a modular. Some people call it a flip helmet, etc. But what it does is effectively this front piece comes up and over, can get it out of your way, and when you come to a stop you can get a little more comfortable or whatever, and then when you proceed you can put the piece back down. I mentioned a variety of different features and benefits. This particular one comes with an aviator shield. If you can see it here, when you push that forward it kind of puts the aviator sunglasses down in front of you, as well as the full face shield that gives you all that full coverage. So with respect to costs of helmets, different manufacturers will have different costs for the same helmet, and some of that cost is impacted simply by the graphics. So in other words, if you bought brand A, solid black or solid white, you may pay a certain amount for it. But if you got one that had some really cool graphics, maybe a racer's design, you're going to pay a whole lot more for that. But you're not going to lose in terms of the safety component to it. Most important thing with a helmet that I do want to show you is how to do it up. So helmets have to be done up properly. They have to be secure, snugly fastened. If they're not, they're basically useless. And it's also against the law in where helmets are required. So to do the helmet up, the most common thing is called a D-ring. It's basically two little rings, and you put the strap through both of those rings, pull it all the way through. You would do this obviously with it on your head so you can get a good fit, and then you spread those rings apart and then just pull the other one back through to a point where it's nice and secure. And you can see the helmet is nice and tight, easy to hold on to. Almost dropped it there. Another type of helmet fastening device is this sort of a ratcheting type of thing. So it just simply pushes through, and again you adjust it to a point where it's comfortable. It comes off, you just simply lift up on the clip and you're done. Okay, so that's it for helmets. The takeaway here is that helmets should be snug, they should fit securely, they have to be fastened up securely. When you have your helmet on, you don't want to be in a position where you're moving your head but the helmet kind of stays stationary. It's got to move with you. Recognize that a brand new helmet is going to be a little bit uncomfortable because none of the foam is in the padding has given to mold to the shape of your head. As earlier stated, I'd recommend going to a motorcycle shop, checking out a few different types to make sure that it fits you properly, you're comfortable with it, fits your budget. Takeaway, make sure you're wearing a helmet. Ride safe. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below in the section here, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Take care. Have a great day.